maybe two shuffle steps, maybe 2.5. Okay. Now, if you have that far of a distance and you're using a shuffle step to do it, your opponent will see that much easier, right? Like because you got to toot toot toot. So we have a longer stride, is that called? A long stride. So a longer stride would be where I would step and take one. So one motion takes care of that. So if I'm here, I can go out and in. Okay, so that's the longer stride. Okay, good. All right, so let's talk about footwork today. Okay. All right, so footwork, we have pretty much 3 types of footwork, okay? One to reverse, and it always helps to understand a little bit better, so we'll go over that briefly. But we have to move forward, we have 2 types of footwork, okay? So let's talk about the backing up one first. Okay. All right, so let's just stand over there real quick. So the backing up one, so if we have our stance that we're doing in Selam Tao, right? And we turn our body this way, all right, so what I want is my hips to be, say that wall is my opponent. Okay, I want to square my hips to my opponent, all right, because we always want to stay square with our opponent, all right? And I'll explain why that. Hope you're enjoying the content. If you do, please like and subscribe. It'd be very much appreciated. Also, if you're looking for some custom designed Energy Wing Chun t-shirts, please click in the description below. Thank you again, and back to the video. Remind me if I don't mention why we want to stay square. All right, so when we move back, because we're a 50-50 weight distribution, all right, there are different lineages that have different weight distributions. So this is a 50-50 where the weight distribution is equal, all right? Because if you're 70-30, the back movement, or what we're going to do now, is going to be really hard for you to do it, right? So if we go 50-50, if I were to go backwards, I would shuffle my foot back and drag, okay? So imagine if you're a 70-30, let's make it more exaggerated, 80-20. If you're an 80-20, when you go 80-20, try to shuffle backwards. All right, so what'd you have to do? Yeah, you have to shift the weight off a little bit, so that way you can lift the leg to go back and then go back to the 80-20. All right, so that rocking of forward and then back is inefficient and slower, right? You can't just go like 50-50, I can just step back. I don't have to do any weight change distribute. I don't have to go from here to let it lighter to move forward and then lift it and then go back to an 80, so I don't have to rock like this. Right, out of 50-50 distribution, I have to go straight back. So that's a shuffling back, okay? You could also, if you're out of range, you can just get out of the way. So I guess, right, just walk back. Until they get back into range, which there would be another lesson at some point, then you want to make sure you're syncing to your horse and be square. All right, so now, let's talk about the two types of stepping in Wing Chun, or 2 types of footwork. So one, we're squared up, my opponent's the wall, right? Okay, so the first one is what I call, and there might be an actual terminology for it, but I call it the shuffle, right? So we use a shuffle to close shorter distances, okay? So what I'll do is drag, step, drag. Step, drag, okay? Step, drag. And how do we know how far to step and how far to drag? So if I go, so the end goal is that when I step and I drag, if I want to test my distance, I'll go back into a Selam Tao or side stance and see is that the right distance, right? So if I were to go like this wide and then drag this one in just a little bit and I go here, you see how wide that is? Yeah. That's wrong, right? Or vice versa. What if I go like this and I go like this and I go into a side, see how narrow that is? Okay, so that's how we test it, is when we're doing Selam Tao, right, we're another little idea from Selam Tao is that we're learning to get the distance of our feet and what it feels like it should be naturally, right, because we do it for such a long period of time.
Yeah, it feels like the knees are shoulder length apart.
Yeah. That's right, and the ankles are right outside shoulder pretty much, right? If you drop your fingers down, my fingers, if I were to draw a line, would almost rub the outside of my ankle, So that's right. And each person, depending on how broad your shoulders are, will have a slightly different distance or distance between the 2 feet. Okay, so if you have a short, narrow, broad shoulders, then you'll probably have a narrower stance. Right. All right. So that's how we'll test it. So if you were to, anytime you go like this and you're like this and you go chest, oh my God, that's a bit too wide. Okay, or vice versa. It might be too narrow. All right. So your goal is, as we're moving through this cans in just a little bit, is to make sure that your distance isn't too narrow or too wide. All right. Okay. So that's the shuffle step. Pretty easy. So right, because if I need to get to you, right, like right now, it will take me maybe 2 shuffle steps, maybe 2.5. Okay. Now, if you have that far of a distance and you're using a shuffle step to do it, your opponent will see that much easier, right? Like, because you got to toot, toot, toot. So we have a longer stride, is that called? A long stride. So a longer stride would be where I would step and take one. So one motion takes care of that. So if I'm here, I can go out and in. Okay, so that's the longer stride. Not saying that that's invisible, right? You still see it, but it's better than, right? You know what I mean? So the longer stride we use to close longer distances. Of course, you don't want to be this far away and try to close a distance. Right? If I'm this far away and you're my opponent, as you come at me, I might use that. So I'll let you do half or a certain amount, and I'll do a certain amount. Right? I'm not going to be like, I'm going to try to get to you. Right? It's going to take too far. Right? You shouldn't. If you're out this far, you shouldn't even be engaging. Right? Or you have to wait till they get to a certain point to engage. All right? Does that make sense? Okay, so now when we're in the cans, we're here, right? So think of it as you ever play pool? Huh? Play pool? Oh yeah. Yeah, so like you bounce the cue ball. If you want to hit a ball, it's kind of in a weird position. You can't really get it directly, but you bounce the cue ball. Yeah, and then you bounce the cue ball this way and to knock that ball into the hole. So think of this as the cue ball. The front leg is the cue ball, bounce off the wall. This brings it right into position. Okay, bounces off the cue ball, off the wall, back into position. Okay, so this out, in, out. Yeah, front leg bounces off the, yep. That's right, that's right. That's right, good. Okay, so that's the long stride. So the cans here are for your purposes of measuring where to land, right? So as you move through the cans, try to land, so draw a line through the cans, and then in the middle of the 2 cans, you try to hit that middle point, just as a marker right now, okay? All right, and so as you're going through it, all right, side stance to a front stance, step, get it there. Right, and then once you get here, reset, and you can just go back around. All right? So I'm going to watch you a little bit. Could probably put, let's see if I make here. Get one more. The last one will be kind of wet over here. Good.
It's so small on your back.
I'll let you get comfortable with the movement, and then I'll make some adjustments. And then. Yeah. All right, Eddie.
Yes.
So let's have you go through the cans too. Long stride. I'll watch from over here.
It's been a while since I've done this.
Okay. You need a refresher.
Let me see.
Okay.
I think it's...
And then Josh will go after he goes through. You can go right after him. Maybe let him get like halfway and then go. Now I'm going to start making some corrections. Okay. Yep, that's right. Turn more. Square your hips up. Pretend the garage opening is your opponent. Good. 50-50 stance. Weight distribution. That's right. Good. Okay.
Starting at 7 stars and I'm deducting one for every.
You might as well just give me 0 stars. Let me see. I remember how you
Okay, let me show you. Okay, let me give you a refresher.
Is it left leg first? Is it
No, okay, let me give you a refresher.
okay? I don't remember.
Okay, all right. So we're going to start off, right? I'm going to turn my body,
Yes.
square my hips with Griffin's over there, right? So I'm going to, right? I'm going to take my front leg, step out, crescent in, square up. Okay? Step out, crescent in. So far, so good. Crescent, right?
7-star movement.
Woohoo!
Good job.
Oh, yeah. Okay, let's do it again. Let's do it
I
again.
think I got it.
Okay, got it? Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's go.
Rotate it.
So it was
50-50, weight distribution, sync. Yep. Front leg comes out to the side. That's right.
bug.
No, I'm not sure. Okay. That's right. Good. And drag your back foot in. That's right.
That.
Yep.
And then
Yep. Good enough for now. Yep. I'll get you. Good. Good. Okay, stop right there, Josh. See how narrow your feet are?
yeah.
Yeah. So you want that. So if this foot was okay, right? And it was actually okay back here. Oh, sorry. Then you dragged it in here. So when you moved, where was it? Here. You moved here, here. So just watch the back foot. This one probably, for me at least, I would drag only there because if I go here, that's my distance. Right, so the next one, same thing. Drag it here, so I'm always in my correct distance. Good. Eddie has the same problem? Okay, all right, it's been a while. Okay, that's good. That's a good drill for you then again. Yeah. So let's see. You watch the back foot. That's good. Good. Try to drag it in a little bit. Oh, go ahead. Oh, no, next one's fine. Sorry.
Yeah, so it's like I was talking with Dwayne, it's narrow, so I'm too worried about the cans in itself, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Instead of just worrying about the
Yeah. Don't worry. If you aren't exactly in the cans line right now, I'm more concerned about getting the distance and then the right stepping for now. Right? Yeah. And then we'll make modifications. But so see how that one's narrow? See how his feet? So move your back, your left foot back more. Maybe there. Good. That's it. Good. Same here. Watch your back. Ah, perfect. That one's good. 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 That's it. Good. Better. Good. Good. All right. It's much better. Big improvement. Good. All right, Eddie, your turn.
Okay. Do you want to do the same side or the other side?
Whatever. As long as just get the reps in, that's all I care about, right? And we'll make changes, corrections as you go through. More important, we just need to get the reps in so you get more comfortable moving in a certain way. Good. Distance is good.
It's kind of like that.
Good. Okay, stop there. See how it's a little bit narrow there? Okay, so bring your right foot back a little bit. Okay, good. So when you dragged it, your right foot in, you dragged too forward.
Too much forward.
Yeah, so you want to, because how do we know what's the right distance? So you go.
Oh, I know. Don't tell me. I know this. If I go back this way,
That's right.
and I go like this.
Yep. Is that your Selam Talisman? Yep.
Yes.
That's right.
That's how I know.
Yeah. Okay, so that's your guideline, that's your measuring tool. Because if you're too narrow, what happens to your stance or your body?
Well, if I'm too narrow in my stance, I break form.
Break form. What do you become?
I become unbalanced.
Off balance. What? A wine glass or wine glass? That's right. Right? Because it's easy to tip over. All right. Too wide, you become. What's that?
A goblet glass.
Yeah. Well. Oh no. Is goblet super wide? Yeah. That's too wide, right? You want it to be in between, the perfect amount, which is your Selam Tao or your side stance. Right? So that's why we do it for long periods of time, because then if you know that feeling and you're doing it 20 minutes every class, and then that's 40 minutes a week. If you can do a little bit more at home, that's even more time, right? So you could do it 40 minutes a week at home, spread out throughout the week. Well, now you've doubled the amount of time you sat in that stance, which then it becomes more and more natural. So then when you're, say, have to use it in a self-defense situation and and say he throws the punch, and I go like this. Now I know, oh fuck, look at my stance, it's too wide.
Yeah.
And then what did that do? It caused me to overshoot my opponent too. Right? If I know the right distance, now look, the right distance, I'm there. Right? Or same thing, if he throws that punch and I go like this, and I'm too narrow, look out, right? I have no, and then he pushes into it with some strength, now I will go off because I have no structure or balance because I'm too like a wine glass now. Right? Makes sense? Okay? So that's what's important. As you're going through, two things to worry about is the motion and then your distance for now. Only those two things you have to worry about. Good. That one's good. Good. Very good. 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 Oh, bet too narrow there, Josh. Back foot goes back out a little bit. A little bit more. A little bit more. Good. That's better. Yeah, 50-50 weight distribution. Good. Good. That one's good. A little bit narrow, but not bad. A little bit. Yeah, a little bit narrow to me. Maybe back up a little bit. There we go. Good. That one's better, I think. Good. That one's good. Good.
I'll try this one out.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, where you need to be. That's right. That's right. And if you're at home, I used to do this all the time when I'm cooking or something, I would just, or somewhere in the kitchen or getting a drink, just shuffle to your refrigerator, right? Long stride to your refrigerator, you can mix in the shuffle, the short strides, right? The shuffle steps, and you can do long stride, shuffle, right? Shuffle, shuffle, stuff like that. Right? So you can get some practice in that way and not have to necessarily set aside time.
Thanks, Griffin.
Good.
Last one I saw, you got 2 stars.
Good.
How'd you
So a
do
little
your
bit narrow on that one. There we go, good. And then, okay. And then a little bit more on your, so that's a little bit narrow, Josh. Back foot out a little bit more. Okay, and then lean forward a little bit on your front. There it goes. It looks like you were a 60-40 weight distribution. That's it. Good, good. Yeah, it seems like sometimes you're at a 60-40 weight distribution, which is a big, it's already improved a lot, but try to, because you seem to be a little bit like this, just a tad, you can barely tell, right? Just put a little bit more in the front, so it's 50-50. Otherwise, pretty good. And then just watch the narrowness.
If I just drop my butt a little bit.
Yes, but you probably still see even there naturally. You kind of sit more heavy on your back leg there. You feel it? So yeah, so you'll need to just. That's right. Because sitting doesn't really matter. Because if you sit back here now, a lot of weight here. So if you're sitting, yes, you got to sit, but you got to sit centered. Does that make sense? Because I could sit forward. Now, see how now it's I don't know 70-30 and 70 here 30. So if you sit, you got to first be centered, then sit. Because if I sit back here, sit, still at the weight distribution, right? So it's just that you have to just shift a little bit forward. A little bit forward. There we go. Yes, that looks great. That looks good. Yeah, good. That looks much better. A little bit forward, just a tad. Tad forward. There we go. Good. Well, maybe that's too much, but good. At least you're starting to feel it now. Yeah. So maybe a little forward there. A little. There we go. Good.
6 stars.
Good. That looks good. Very good. Good. So a little bit narrow on the back foot. Good. 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 Very good. All right. Very good.
Which is based on your shoulder. Let me try it. You said this way this time. I forgot which way. No. Yeah.
It's funny, every time you say 7 stars, my niece went to a school called 7-Star Martial Art, the 3-year-old, but she didn't like it, so she's not going, but that was the name of the school. 7 Stars Martial Arts. Oh, too narrow? That one's not bad. You're too narrow there. Yeah. Yep, that's probably better. Yep, that's better. Good. Yeah. Maybe that still might be a little bit narrow, huh? Is it? Does it feel too narrow when you do that?
I don't think so.
You feel okay? All right.
I think we're
Okay, good. Next time you go through, the head was better, but this time tuck your butt. Yeah.
okay.
Because you're trying to like focus on the footwork, which I understand why you're not tucking your butt because you're so focused on the footwork. Hold on real quick. It's gonna shift your body a little bit forward. Ah, there we go. Yeah. Just think. You want butt sex?
No.
Okay, then tuck your butt. Watch. A little bit narrow. A little bit narrow. Yeah, there. That's better.
I'm trying to adjust.
That's better. And then a little bit more sinking. So you're a bit too high. Yeah, a little bit sinking, and then so that one's narrow too. You go through. If you want to go through, just take turns. Everyone just go through.